Shut up and sit down.
アンソニーとしても知られているザ・スーパービッダン。マイケルとしても知られているザ・ミラクル。
Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of Rushdown Radio. I'm Michael.
And I'm Anthony.
And today we're going to be talking about the importance of English dubs from Japanese games, or any game that has foreign language. But you probably have mostly Japanese games have this.
Yeah, because I don't see us playing, French games or Spanish games or anything like that.
Anyway, this came directly from what happened recently with the Blaze Blue Central Fiction game. The main, what's his face? I got his name.
Ragnar?
Yeah, the voice actor for Ragnar had this really long post about how they pretty much, disenfranchised the English cast completely, and they're going to just have a Japanese language for the game, but just English subs for it.
And they didn't even know.
They found out on Twitter, pretty much. So, of course, many of the people who speak English, a lot of the casual fans are really upset about this because they really, really enjoy the story mode for it.
But
Blaze
they
Blue.
don't enjoy reading.
Exactly. So they want to just sit back and hear people talk versus having to sit and read for like hours now. Because Blaze Blue's story mode is quite lengthy.
And it's even gone the route of Guilty Gear where the fights have been pretty much taken out.
Yeah. So they took out the English dub of that too for the Revelator, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, but at least it was cool to watch.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Blaze Blue still using stilled images.
Yeah, it's not going to be that fun to watch. No, it's not. So this pretty much got us into the conversation about how important English dubs are to Japanese games when they get localized.
I feel like if it's an RPG or a story-heavy game in general, then I would say that English dubs are pretty important, especially if they can be done well. Because what's the point of doing a dub if you're not going to do it right, I suppose?
Well, that's been done a lot, though. There's a lot of really bad English dubs for, like, JRPGs.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you're, like, one of the prominent people I know when it comes to dubs, as far as not liking the cast they choose for some of these games.
Because some of them are really, really bad. Like that Star Ocean game.
Oh, yeah, Star Ocean, Last Hope. Oh, God, the English dub for that game was pretty tragic.
It was really bad.
It was so tragic.
Tragic is a word.
Yeah.
But then you have some English dubs that aren't so bad.
Yeah, I think Trails of Cold Steel probably has one of the best RPG voice casts I've ever heard. Especially a lot of these people aren't really all that popular, too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these are, like, unknown people.
And they do pretty good jobs.
Then you get, your Tales games, and those are very hit or miss.
Yeah. I thought Tales' Zillia wasn't too bad.
Yeah, they did pretty well. They had some pretty good people they got for most of the cast. But for me personally, when it comes to that, because I just recently beat Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which was all Japanese audio, and it was all English subs, and I thought it was better that they did it that way. I feel like the game would probably wouldn't have the same authenticity if it was done with English voice actors. Because especially that game being a very Japanese-centric game, especially with the culture and everything, some things would probably just wouldn't have sounded right in English.
I think the context is important, too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just have a bunch of English voice actors just say, I guess, capture the enthusiasm and culture of maybe like a Japanese game like Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Yeah.
But then you have games that kind of have like this, I guess, ambiguous way of setting.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like space or some other planet or something.
Or some old medieval place.
Yeah, where an English dub would be appreciated.
Yeah.
Although, some games... See, I'm a person like some games I don't mind reading as long as what I'm reading is interesting.
Yeah.
Or not too complex. Like, I've had to change some Disgaea games to Japanese because the English was horrible. But it was okay. Because I could follow it.
Yeah.
Even when I read.
Yeah, some of those, this guy is a hit or miss. This in general is hit or miss, but their dubs.
Mm-hmm. I love this to death, but man.
It's like they get some really cringy people to. Well, I think the voice actor director, I think the way he directs some of the people to do the voice acting just don't know how to bring the character to life the right way.
See, not only is that the case, but some of those lines are cringy.
Yeah.
And that's another important thing. You can't have a good voice actor say really cringy lines because it's not going to come out no matter how well it was acted.
Yeah.
So in those cases, subs are important.
Yeah, definitely. Because some things in Japanese sound better from Japanese people versus being translated, and it sounds like really bad.
See anime.
See any anime. Go to Crunchyroll and then watch something in Japanese, then watch it in English. You might get a totally different experience.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in English can really capture the idea of their swords coming to life or something.
Yeah. Bankai.
Yeah, English hasn't gotten up to the point where we can just say that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And that's just a cultural thing, too.
Or, my favorite, when you have like really super Japanese things being said,
Oh, yeah.
like Naruto attacks, which are,
God.
mostly Japanese things.
Yeah.
And you have to rely on the English person to like know what the heck is being said.
So would you prefer them to say the English translated version of the attack or just the base level Japanese version, just say it in English like voice?
Honestly, I would very much like neither of those things. Because watching, and I'm going to use Naruto as the example because that's the most immediate example I have.
Okay.
Watching an episode of that in Japanese and then watching that same episode in English, that really is like a huge difference.
Okay.
But then you get, just to bring it back to video games, what's a game I switched languages on?
Street Fighter?
Ha!
That's a perfect example.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes. Yeah, let's take Ken. Ken's my favorite example.
Okay.
Because I could take him either way.
Okay.
But when I hear him just scream Hadouken like a Valley boy versus Hadouken like a Japanese person, it's like two different Kens.
It really is. But would you
It's like-
prefer like Ryu to say Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku, or would you prefer him to say Hurricane Kick?
Oh, if he shot a Hurricane Kick, that would upset the shit out of me.
Oh God, that is so perfect. I need to say.
That would upset the shit
I
out of me.
need that. I need that in my life. I need him to say or Dragon Punch. Oh God.
That would upset the shit out of me.
Oh my God.
You have no idea.
I would love if they had like a DLC pack of like English translated version of all the moves.
No.
Oh my God, I would download that
No.
immediately.
No. Oh
We
my
need,
God.
please, Capcom.
We
I'm begging
don't.
you. Please,
Capcom,
a language pack, please.
Put that energy into a new Mega Man.
No, no. We need a language pack.
Anything but that.
I need Hurricane Kick.
I will take anything but that. I will take a new Dino Crisis.
Oh God, that's gross.
Yup.
Okay, so bringing it back because that was funny, but do you think that for Japanese games, it just really depends on what the context is, just all around for these type of things when it comes to voice acting?
Yes, because I can think of another game, Akiba's Trip.
Oh yeah, it was
That
Japanese.
was
Super Japanese.
That was ultra Japanese, and I was appreciative actually that they did not have an English dub.
That would have been really bad in English.
Or Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Oh yeah.
That game takes place in Japan and it's super Japanese, and having that in English would be weird. Very weird. Well, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
But it takes a good chunk of it takes place in like Japanese setting. So them to be in Japanese isn't something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, here's a really good example for games that have like multicultural, like voice acting and stuff. Let's say Tekken, because now like Harada's been using like whatever your nationality is, he's been using the language from that particular place. You think that should be like more of a standard for games? At least
I thought
for
that
fighters?
was really interesting, actually.
I did too,
and I was pretty impressed that he got that many people.
He
Because that's
did.
a really racially diverse cast.
It really is.
So to get somebody from each culture to do that voice acting, that's impressive.
So I think that just helps the authenticity because, when you get someone who's, let's say, Balrog, and we know historically the person that does his voice acting has been white, and it just never sounds quite there when it comes to what he says. You can always tell, like, this isn't like a black person, which is not necessarily bad. It's just, it doesn't sound as authentic as it could be.
Yeah, but then you get into the discussion of what does a black person sound like? Then you open up that can of worms, and
True.
then of course you'll open up the next can of worms of, well, Bison's voiced by a black guy, and that's a whole other thing.
Well, Bison doesn't have nationality really. He's just Bison. He's Zaddy.
Well, we know that.
But
But we
everybody-
know the conversation would shift to, well, he looks white, so he must be white.
Ah,
So let's not even start. Don't start that.
because that would turn to Taylor Qualib talking about anime characters being white,
Stop.
which is another subject in
I
itself.
really wanted him to do better in that.
That's
But
another video.
it's a whole other video of disappointment and sadness.
But any final thoughts on this before we wrap this episode up?
So, don't support Capcom's language pack. That's one.
I want it.
2, if you don't like the language, there's usually a switch. Okay?
Okay.
That's what I said. And for those games that don't offer you that switch, you ain't gotta buy them. It's cool.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not gonna judge you whether you like subs or dubs. It's fine, man.
it's cool.
I just don't want your thing to be like, I don't feel like reading.
That's usually the thing.
Yeah, because it makes me think that they don't do anything reading related, like ever in their lives.
Why read? Because somebody could just talk to you.
Yeah, that's called illiteracy. I will encourage you all to read. Read a book.
Read a book.
Read. You're not getting into that song.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up this episode about English dubs and Japanese games. What do you think? Do you think this is important? Would you buy a game that's from Japanese and only had Japanese audio? Let us know in the comments below. Please subscribe to our channel and like us, and go to our Facebook page and our website. And we will see you next episode.